What if I told you there's a hidden code, a 7-movement morning ritual that teaches the body how to resist time itself? This isn't speculation. In Japan, nearly 100,000 people have lived past the age of 100, many with astonishing vitality. Their secret isn't locked inside pills, injections, or futuristic technology. It begins each morning with deliberate movement and breath. What makes this even more extraordinary is that this same ritual echoes a far older wisdom, one traced back to ancient Egypt and preserved in the teachings attributed to Thoth, the legendary scribe of the gods, a system designed not just to extend life, but to keep it vibrant. What we're about to explore is where modern longevity quietly meets forgotten knowledge. Today, I'm going to share this knowledge with you. I'm going to show you the first of these 7 movements, a simple gesture that awakens a powerful dormant energy in your spine. But pay close attention. This is only the first step. The other 6 movements unlock different parts of your body, and the 7th, the last one, is what truly seals the promise of a body that doesn't age. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to reveal at the end of this video is the real secret that the Japanese teach their children to guarantee a lifetime of health. You won't want to miss this. If you're ready to awaken your body, comment, "I am ready right now." He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. The journey begins at the foundation of your physical and energetic body, your spine. It is there that a primal force resides, a powerful energy that in most people remains dormant, blocked by tension and poor posture from daily life. The first step of this ancient ritual does not require extreme strength or flexibility, but rather the intention to awaken this energy. It is a movement that mimics one of nature's most symbolic creatures, a gesture that sends a clear signal to your entire system. It's time to wake up and renew yourself. This first movement is the key that ignites your body. Imagine starting your day not with the shrill sound of an alarm, but with a conscious act that activates the same energy that the Egyptian pharaohs used in their crowns. For them, the serpent was not a symbol of evil, but of rebirth, power, and wisdom. The cobra pose perfectly mimics this power of renewal. By lying on your stomach and gently raising your torso, you are doing much more than a simple back stretch. You are sending a wave of energy through your spine, awakening each vertebra from the stiffness accumulated during the night. Think of your spine as the main avenue of your inner city. If that avenue is congested, full of blockages, nothing flows correctly. Communication between the brain and the rest of the body slows down, energy stagnates, and problems begin to appear. In Japan, where the work culture demands long hours sitting, back pain has become a silent epidemic. It's no coincidence that modern studies have validated the effectiveness of movements like the cobra pose, showing reductions of up to 47% in lower back pain complaints in just a few weeks of consistent practice. This movement is living proof that ancestral wisdom is not just a collection of myths, but a practical instruction manual for the human body. By practicing it, you begin to undo the knots of tension that have accumulated over the years. Your posture begins to realign naturally, not through effort, but because energy now has space to flow. You may feel a warmth rising up your back, a sign that circulation is improving, and vital energy previously dormant at the base of the spine is beginning its upward journey, nourishing your entire system. But this is just the beginning. Awakening the energy is the first step. But for that vitality to reach every corner of your body, it needs an efficient distribution system. The energy you just released in your spine needs to be pumped and propelled to your extremities. It's like turning on the power supply in a house. Now, we need to ensure that electricity reaches every room. The human body has an ingenious mechanism for this, a secondary pumping system that most people completely ignore, but which is fundamental to circulation and overall vitality. This mechanism isn't in your chest, but in a part of your body you use every day, often without giving it the attention it deserves. It's an area that, when activated correctly, functions as a second heart, ensuring that energy and blood don't stagnate in the lower body, defying gravity and keeping the entire system nourished. Japanese centenarians instinctively understand the importance of keeping this second engine functioning perfectly, and the next movement in our ritual is dedicated precisely to that. While your spine now pulsates with new energy, this force needs to be distributed. If the energy awakened in the spine is the source, the next step is to ensure that this source irrigates the entire terrain of your body. There is a specific, often neglected part that acts as an auxiliary engine, crucial for propelling life through you. Without activating this area, the energy you have just awakened may not reach where it is most needed, leaving the job half done. Activating your second heart. Now that the main energy has been awakened in your spine, we need to ensure it circulates, and to do that, we're going to activate what Eastern medicine calls the second heart. No, it's not a hidden organ, but rather a muscle group you use every day and probably never thanked your calves. It may seem too simple, but their function is extraordinarily important. With every step you take, your calves contract and pump blood from your legs back to your heart, fighting against the force of gravity. They are a fundamental part of your circulatory system. When you spend too much time sitting or inactive, this second heart weakens. Blood and energy tend to stagnate in the lower body, causing swelling, a feeling of heaviness in the legs, and contributing to a range of circulatory problems. The second movement in our ritual focuses precisely on reactivating this muscle pump. It's a central practice in Rajyo Taiso, the famous Japanese national gymnastics that is broadcast on the radio and practiced by millions of people every morning since 1928, from school children to executives and the elderly. The movement is incredibly simple, consciously pressing your calf muscles, either against a wall or through heel raises. By doing this, you're not just strengthening a muscle, you're sending a direct signal to your circulatory system to become more efficient. You're strengthening the foundation that supports you, improving your balance and preventing falls, which are one of the biggest causes of loss of independence in old age. The impressive mobility of Okinawan centenarians is not a matter of chance but of the strength and health of their legs. With the energy awakened in the spine by the cobra pose and now propelled by your activated second heart, your body begins to function in a more integrated way. Vitality is no longer trapped in a single area, but begins to flow more freely and completely. You may feel a lightness in your legs, a sensation of being more grounded and stable on the floor. It is your body thanking you for remembering it, for activating one of its most essential and forgotten functions. But even with energy flowing and circulation optimized, there is still a major obstacle in the way. At the center of our body, there is an energy portal that in most people in modern society is completely blocked. It is an area where we store an enormous amount of tension, stress, and unresolved emotions. As long as this portal remains closed, vital energy, no matter how much it is pumped, cannot flow freely between the upper and lower parts of the body, creating an internal division that limits its full potential. This locked portal is like a dam on a powerful river. Water accumulates on one side while the other side remains dry and lifeless. For vitality to flow throughout your being, we need to open this subtle gate. The next movement is the key to unlocking this portal, releasing not only physical tension, but also the emotional burdens that keep you trapped in the past and prevent new energy from entering your life. We are about to access the center of your personal power. In the exact center of your body, deep within your hip joints, lies a vault. Inside it, you store the tension of every hour spent sitting in a chair, the stress of every missed deadline, the frustration of every emotion you've suppressed. This is an energy portal that for most people remains rusty and locked. No matter how much energy you generate in your spine or propel with your legs, if this central gate is closed, vitality remains divided, unable to unify the upper and lower parts of your body. It's a blockage that keeps you fragmented. The third key to our ritual is the pigeon pose, a movement specifically designed to turn the key and open this portal. In the temples of ancient Egypt, priests and priestesses practiced movements that released the hip area. They knew that a flexible and open hip was essential for channeling more subtle energies and maintaining a connection with the divine. In contemporary Japan, this same wisdom manifests in the incredible mobility of its elderly. The ability to sit on the floor and stand up effortlessly, even at 80 or 90 years old, is not a miracle. It is the result of a lifetime of keeping this portal open. Upon entering pigeon pose, you may feel initial discomfort. This is normal. It's the resistance of accumulated tension, of muscles that have become accustomed to being shortened and rigid. But with breath and patience, you begin to feel this tension dissolve. You are not just stretching a muscle. You are releasing memories stored in your body. Each breath is an opportunity to let go of a little of the past, to create physical and energetic space for the new. It's a deep cleansing of the basement of your body consciousness. With regular practice, hip opening transforms the way you move, how you sit, and how you feel. Energy that was once blocked can now flow freely, connecting the strength of your legs with the stability of your core. Lower back pain that seemed chronic can simply disappear, because the root cause, hip stiffness, has finally been addressed. You feel lighter, more fluid, as if a weight you didn't even know you were carrying has been lifted from your shoulders and pelvis. Now, with the energy awakened in the spine, propelled through the legs, and flowing freely through the open portal of the hip, your body is finally ready for the next level. It has ceased to be a rigid and fragmented structure and has become a unified and receptive channel. It is ready to connect to something greater, to become a bridge between the energies of earth and heaven. The next movement is not just about stretching or strengthening. It is about aligning your entire being with the primordial forces of the universe. Your body is about to assume a sacred geometric form, a position that anchors you firmly to the earthly plane while simultaneously raising your consciousness to the cosmos. It is an act of unifying the physical and the spiritual, transforming your own body into a conduit of universal energy. This is the moment when the inner work of cleansing and opening translates into a powerful external connection, a step that integrates you back into the flow of life. The body as a sacred bridge. With your internal system now awakened and flowing, we are ready for the fourth key, the posture that transforms your body into a sacred bridge. This movement is known as downward facing dog. In forming it, your body creates a powerful geometry, an inverted V that has profound meaning. Your hands and feet are firmly planted on the ground, connecting you with the stable and nourishing energy of the earth. At the same time, your hips, the portal we have just opened, rise towards the sky, acting as the highest point of the bridge, reaching the energy of the cosmos. This is not just a stretching pose, it's a complete energy circuit. In the famous blue zones of Okinawa, where exceptional longevity is common, variations of this movement are a mainstay of daily practice. The elderly there instinctively understand that this pose does more than just stretch the muscles in the back of the legs and back. It realigns the entire body structure, decompresses the spine, and allows fresh blood to flow to the brain, nourishing it and improving mental clarity. By maintaining this position, you become a living channel for the exchange of energies. The force of gravity, which normally compresses your spine, now works in your favor, creating space between the vertebrae. You are simultaneously stretching and strengthening your entire body, from your heels to your toes. It is an act that requires surrender, allowing your head to relax, and strength, keeping your arms and legs active. It is the lesson of the perfect balance between effort and relaxation, a fundamental principle for a long and healthy life. Practicing downward-facing dog regularly dissolves the chronic stiffness that settles in our bodies due to a sedentary lifestyle. It teaches your body to distribute weight more intelligently and efficiently, improving posture not only during exercise but in all your daily activities. It's a complete reset for the neuromuscular system, a realignment that brings a sense of wholeness and strength to your entire being. You feel taller, lighter, and more connected. However, true mastery of vitality and youth does not lie in maintaining a single posture, no matter how powerful it may be. Life is movement, flow, change. True alchemy happens when the body learns to dance between opposites, to flow gracefully between expansion and contraction, strength and gentleness. The bridge you have built is static, but life demands dynamism. The next secret we will reveal teaches exactly that. Now that your body has become a bridge, a unified channel between earth and heaven, it needs to learn to move with this new awareness. The next key is not about maintaining a form, but about creating a continuous flow, a rhythmic dance that mobilizes the most central part of your being. It is a movement that manifests the principle of duality, the harmonious interaction that is the basis of all creation, and that teaches your spine the secret of eternal fluidity. The bridge you built established the connection. Now let's put that connection into motion. The fifth key reveals the dance of opposites, a fluid and rhythmic movement known as the cat-cow pose. Here, the magic lies not in the final position, but in the graceful transition between two opposing forms. This movement is the physical manifestation of a universal principle. Harmony is born from the interaction of duality, like day and night, inhalation and exhalation. It is yin and yang in action within your own body. There's an old Japanese saying, "You're as young as your spine is flexible." This dance is the secret to maintaining that spinal youth. By arching your back upward toward the sky like a cat stretching, and then gently curving it downward, opening your chest, you're mobilizing each of the 33 vertebrae in your spine. This gentle movement massages the intervertebral discs, encouraging the circulation of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps your joints healthy and pain-free. In this dance, your breath becomes the conductor of the orchestra. You inhale as you arch your spine downwards, expanding your chest, and exhale as you arch your back upwards, contracting your abdomen. This synchronicity transforms physical exercise into a moving meditation. Your mind, which might have been scattered before, now has a clear focus, the rhythm of your breath and the sensation of your spine moving. It's a moment of profound inner connection where you learn to find your center in the constant flow of life. The daily practice of this movement is one of the secrets that keeps the spines of elderly Japanese people so surprisingly flexible and healthy. While spinal stiffness is one of the first complaints of aging in the West, this simple dance prevents stagnation from setting in. It teaches the body that movement is safe, that fluidity is its natural state. It's a direct antidote to the hours we spend immobile in front of screens, allowing the spine to remember its original range of motion. When opposites harmonize in this dance, when expansion and contraction flow into one another without resistance, your body becomes more intelligent and adaptable. It is no longer trapped in rigid patterns of posture or movement. It is prepared for the next step, an even more intimate and profound opening. This dance has prepared the ground, harmonizing energies for the ultimate revelation of youth, a secret that the Japanese, in their wisdom, teach their children from a very young age. With the spine now fluid and dancing, the body is ready for the climax of our opening journey. We have harmonized opposing forces, and now we will use this harmony to access the center of our creative and vital energy. The next movement is not just a stretch, it is an unfolding, a gesture that mimics nature itself and reveals the true secret to keeping the flame of youth burning at the core of your being. Knowledge passed down through generations in Japanese schools and homes. The secret to youth that the Japanese teach children. We have arrived at the heart of the mystery, the climax of our journey. The sixth key is the butterfly pose. And this is the true secret to the eternal youth promised in the title. But it's not an elixir or a magic fountain. The secret is much simpler and deeper. The vitality and youthfulness of a body are directly linked to the health and openness of its pelvic region. This area, which traditional Japanese medicine considers the center of creative energy and the health of the internal organs, is the key to graceful aging. Consider this. In Japan, children learn this movement in primary school. From an early age, they are taught to sit in this posture, establishing a foundation of flexibility and health in the hips that will accompany them throughout their lives. It's no wonder that many elderly Japanese people maintain pelvic mobility that allows them to live independently. This knowledge is not esoteric. It's part of the culture, an open secret passed down from generation to generation, ensuring that the body's vital center remains open and functional. The butterfly pose is a powerful symbol of transformation. By bringing the soles of your feet together and allowing your knees to fall gently to the sides, your body mimics the wings of a butterfly preparing for flight. This simple gesture deeply works the inner thighs and groin area, regions that tend to accumulate a great deal of tension due to stress and a sedentary lifestyle. Releasing this area is like opening the floodgates of a river, allowing vital energy to flow freely to the reproductive and digestive organs, nourishing and keeping them healthy. This is the true meaning of eternal youth. It's not about having a wrinkle-free face, but about keeping your body's core, your vital energy center, flexible, open, and full of life. When the pelvis is rigid, energy stagnates, affecting everything from digestion to mood and libido. By practicing the butterfly pose, you are directly stimulating the source of your creative and sexual energy, the flame that, when kept burning, is reflected in a vibrant body and a youthful spirit, regardless of chronological age. This movement is an invitation to surrender. Unlike other stretches that require strength, here the secret is to relax and allow gravity to do the work. With each exhale, you release a little more, allowing your knees to move closer to the floor. It's an exercise in patience and self-acceptance. By opening this intimate area, you're not just gaining physical flexibility, you're becoming more open to life, creativity, and pleasure. You're rekindling the flame in the engine of your being. Now that all the portals have been opened, the energy has been awakened, distributed, unified, and finally concentrated at the center of your life force. Only one step remains. After all this activation and opening, the body needs a moment to integrate all this information. The final step is not about doing more, but about doing less. It is the moment to seal the entire practice, to allow the body to absorb the benefits and begin its deepest process of healing and regeneration. The activation journey is complete. Now we enter the most crucial phase: integration. The seventh and final key is child's pose, and its power lies in its radical simplicity. This final movement is not about effort, stretching, or strength. It is about surrender. It is an act of sacred recovery, a principle that Japanese culture values as much as effort itself. They understand that rest is not the opposite of work. It is its essential counterpart, the moment when growth and healing truly happen. By gently curling up on your forehead, you are returning to the fetal position, the original form of safety and nourishment. This simple gesture sends a powerful signal to your nervous system, telling it that you are safe. Immediately, it switches off the fight or flight mode, the sympathetic nervous system, and activates the rest and digest mode, the parasympathetic nervous system. It is in this parasympathetic state that the true magic of regeneration happens. When your body enters this deep rest mode, it can finally divert its energy from external worries and focus it on internal maintenance. This is when your cells begin repair processes, your digestion becomes more efficient, and your immune system strengthens. Child's pose is literally a reset button for your entire biological system. It relieves accumulated tension in the spine and shoulders after other movements, creating a feeling of deep relief and calm. In this position, your breathing changes. It becomes deeper and moves toward your abdomen. With each inhale, your belly expands against your thighs, and with each exhale, it contracts. This gentle movement provides an internal massage for your digestive organs, aiding in the elimination of toxins and improving nutrient absorption. You are, in fact, healing yourself from the inside out, using nothing more than your own body and your own breath. The 7 keys have been delivered. You have awakened the energy in your spine, activated your second heart, opened the hip portal, become a bridge, danced with opposites, ignited the flame of youth, and now allowed your body to regenerate. The physical ritual is complete. However, possessing the keys to a temple does not guarantee entry. Having the map doesn't mean you've reached the treasure. What transforms these 7 movements from a simple exercise into a true fountain of lasting youth is something that happens off the mat. The true transformation lies not only in the movements themselves, but in the invisible force that unites them. It's an alchemy that occurs not in the body, but in the mind and spirit. Thousands of people can do these stretches and obtain physical benefits, but only a few will access the deepest level of rejuvenation. What do they do differently? The secret is not in the what, but in the how, and that's what we're going to uncover now. The alchemy that transforms movement into youth. You now possess the 7 keys, the 7 physical movements. But keys by themselves are merely pieces of metal. They have no power until you learn to use them correctly with the right intention. The true transformation, the alchemy that transmutes simple physical movement into a fountain of youth, occurs in the silent discipline of daily practice. This is where Japanese wisdom shines brightly with one of its most powerful concepts: consistency trumps intensity. You don't need to destroy yourself at the gym for 2 hours. You don't need to push your body to painful limits. The secret is much more subtle and much more powerful. It's about dedicating just 10 or 15 minutes of your day, every day, to this sacred ritual. It's the act of showing up for yourself day after day that sends the deepest message to your body and mind. I am committed to my vitality. This consistency creates an energetic momentum that sporadic and intense practice will never be able to match. In this consistent practice, each movement ceases to be merely an exercise and becomes a bodily mantra. Each breath ceases to be automatic and becomes a conscious spell, weaving health and energy into every cell of your body. You are no longer just stretching. You are engaged in a dialogue with your body. You are gently inviting it to remember its fluidity, its grace, its natural state of health. It is an act of love, not of force. It is in this daily alchemy that the healing energy which the ancient Egyptians called Sekhem is truly activated and put into circulation. Thousands of people stretch in gyms and yoga studios around the world. They undoubtedly reap the benefits, but most remain on the surface at a purely physical level. They do not understand the profound energetic reconfiguration that occurs when the body, mind, and spirit align in a single purpose: to cultivate vital force. This alignment is the secret ingredient. It's the difference between cooking by following a recipe and cooking with soul. The recipe may be the same, but the result is completely different. When you practice with presence, with the intention of healing and rejuvenating yourself, every movement is amplified. You're not just moving your limbs, you're directing your consciousness, your vital energy to the areas that need it most. You become the master alchemist of your own body laboratory. And this daily alchemy, this consistent and conscious practice, leads us to the ultimate revelation. It leads us to a new understanding of what it truly means to have a body that never ages. The promise is not about stopping time, but about changing our relationship with it. The daily practice of these movements prepares the ground for the greatest truth of all, the realization that lies at the heart of the longevity and wisdom of Japanese centenarians. And so we arrive at the final revelation, the truth behind the promise of an immortal body. The wisdom of Thoth and the living lesson of Japanese centenarians is not about denying aging. That would be a losing battle against nature itself. The great truth is far more liberating. It's not about avoiding aging, but about transcending it. Eternal youth has never been about maintaining a wrinkle-free face or a 20-year-old body forever. It's about cultivating a dancing spirit, one that remains curious, vibrant, and full of life within a body that, yes, ages, but does so with grace, strength, and wisdom. The nearly 100,000 centenarians in Japan are definitive proof of this. They are not freaks of nature. They are beacons showing what is possible when we live in harmony with our bodies instead of at war with them. They teach us that the body is not an enemy that betrays us with time, nor a machine that wears out and breaks down. It is a sacred vehicle, a perfectly calibrated instrument, so that our consciousness, our soul, can experience this world. Aging is not a flaw in the system, it is part of the design. The 7 stretches we reveal are therefore the instruction manual for maintaining this sacred vehicle. They are the care routine that ensures your body remains an agile and responsive partner on your journey through life, instead of becoming a prison of pain and stiffness. By practicing them, you are not trying to stop the clock. You are ensuring that time passes differently for you. You are choosing to age with vitality, not with decrepitude. This is the shift in perception that transforms everything. Instead of fearing each new gray hair or each new wrinkle, you can see them as marks of experience while your body continues to serve you with energy and flexibility. True immortality is not that of the physical body, but that of the vibrant spirit that inhabits it, a spirit that is not defined by chronological age, but by its capacity to move, to learn, to love, and to marvel at life. The knowledge has been transmitted. The 7 keys which open the doors to the body's vitality are now in your hands. The instruction manual for your sacred vehicle has been delivered, but no knowledge is valuable without application. No key opens a door if it remains in your pocket. The journey from this point on is entirely yours. You have the choice to continue as before or to begin a new chapter. Don't wait for the perfect moment, for motivation, or for another sign. This is the sign. The moment is now. Start today. Dedicate the next 10 minutes to yourself. Awaken the forgotten body that has been patiently waiting for your attention. Reclaim your inheritance of vitality, which is yours by birthright. The temple of your health and youth is not somewhere far away. It is within you, and the doors are open, waiting for you to enter. If you've made it this far, it's because you're no longer the same person who started this video. You've received the keys, the knowledge that has traversed millennia from the temples of Egypt to the homes of centenarians in Japan. To let me know you've completed this journey with me, leave the phrase, "My body is my temple," in the comments. If something in this message resonated with you and you feel moved to help this space grow and reach more people, there's a way to support the channel more directly. You'll find a link in the first pinned comment. Any contribution, no matter the size, truly matters to me and helps shape the future of this work. That said, simply staying with the video until the end already means more than you know, and if you choose to share it with someone you care about, you're helping carry this energy forward and keep it alive. Before you go, remember, your journey doesn't have to stop here. I've prepared a special video to guide you even deeper into what we explored today. Don't click away yet. Tap the video appearing on your screen now, and I'll meet you there.